I always thought translating a website was a pretty simple process. Change the text, switch the language, and everything should work. But the first time I tried doing it, I learned how complicated it really is. Menus stay in the old language, buttons don't update, forms break, and Google can't figure out how to index the new pages. Even small edits turn into a chain reaction of fixes. That's when I realized website translation is less about swapping words and more about how the entire site works behind the scenes. So, in this video, I'm going to show you the simplest and most reliable way to translate your website into another language without rebuilding anything, without hiring a developer, and without damaging your SEO. Let's start from the beginning. Chapter 1. Why this matters. Most people build their website thinking mainly about their local audience. But once your site goes live, the internet doesn't stay local at all. People from everywhere start landing on your pages. About 72% of internet users prefer sites in their own language, and around 50% of Google searches are not in English. So even if your website feels local, there's a good chance visitors from other countries are arriving on your pages but cannot fully understand what they're seeing. This is why translation matters. It keeps more people on your site, builds trust faster, helps your content rank in more countries, and lets you reach markets you weren't intentionally targeting. Now, the challenge is that websites are not just text. A single page usually includes buttons, menus, forms, pop-ups, checkout steps, metadata, image alt tags, and dynamic text pulled from apps or plugins. Some of these elements are not even visible unless you check the source code. This is where most manual translation attempts run into problems. Chapter 2. The usual options and their limits. Now, when most people try to translate their site for the first time, they start with the obvious tools. Option 1 is browser translation, like using Google Translate inside Chrome. It works for reading a page as a visitor, but it doesn't actually translate your website. It doesn't update your URL, it doesn't help with SEO, it doesn't detect all your content, and it doesn't display translated pages to your visitors by default. It's fine for browsing, but not for running a real multilingual site. Option 2 is hiring human translators. This usually gives good quality, especially for important pages, but it quickly becomes expensive and slow. Every time you update something on your site, even a small sentence, you have to send it for translation again. If you have many pages or products, this becomes a constant cycle of manual work. Now, option 3 is using an automated translation tool. This is the method most modern websites use today. Tools like Weglot scan your entire site, detect every piece of content, translate everything instantly using AI, and let you edit the translations manually. They also handle the technical SEO setup, create proper URL structures, and keep your translation synced when you update your original content. This approach gives you speed without losing control and allows you to track where your new traffic is coming from. Chapter 3. How website translation actually works. A good translation tool needs to do more than translate sentences. It must detect everything, including text inside menus, buttons, forms, pop-ups, product descriptions, and metadata. It should translate using reliable AI engines like DeepL, Google Translate, and Microsoft Translator. It should give you tools to edit the translations easily. It must create proper multilingual URLs like example.com/fr or example.com/es. And it has to add hreflang tags so search engines know which version of your page belongs to which audience. If a translation method doesn't cover these steps, you'll end up with a site that feels incomplete or invisible to people searching in other languages. Chapter 4. How to translate your website using Weglot, step by step. Here is a simple walkthrough using WordPress as the example, but the same approach works for Shopify, Webflow, Squarespace, Wix, or even custom sites. Step number 1. Install Weglot. Go to your website dashboard, search for the Weglot plugin or integration, install it, and activate it. After creating your account, you'll get an API key. Step number 2. Choose your languages. Paste the API key into Weglot settings, select your original language, and choose the language you want to add. Weglot supports more than 110 languages. The moment you save, your website becomes multilingual in seconds. Step 3. See your translated site. A language switcher appears on your website, and you can even customize it. Click the new language, and you will see that your entire site, menus, forms, blog posts, images with alt text, and even dynamic content is already translated. Your URLs will now include subdirectories or subdomains for each language, which is required for multilingual SEO. Step 4. Edit your translations. Inside the Weglot dashboard, you can edit translations in two ways. The translations list shows the original text on the left and translated text on the right. The visual editor lets you click on text directly on your website and edit it in context. You can adjust tone, correct brand terms, apply glossary rules, fix sentences, or mark certain words as never translate. You can also invite teammates or order professional translators for key pages. Every edit updates instantly. Chapter 5. Keeping your site accurate and localized over time. Keeping a multilingual site accurate is an ongoing job. Every time you update a page or publish something new, those changes need to be translated too. Weglot handles this by detecting new content automatically and keeping everything synced, so you don't have to manage it by hand. And accuracy isn't only about the text. Different markets may need different images, different tones, or small layout adjustments because some languages take up more space. Weglot lets you make these edits, replace media, and redirect visitors to the right language automatically so your site feels natural no matter where people are visiting from. Chapter 6. When to use human translators. AI translations are strong for general content, and they get you most of the way. But for certain pages, like legal content, medical details, sales copy, or brand storytelling, human review is helpful. Weglot allows you to add your own translators or order professional translations directly from the dashboard. This gives you the speed of AI with the accuracy of human editing. Chapter 7. Final thoughts. Translating a website used to be slow, technical, and easy to break. But with tools that handle content detection, translation, editing, and SEO structure automatically, the whole process becomes simple. You don't need a developer. You don't need multiple versions of your site, and you don't need to manage every update by hand. A multilingual site lets people around the world actually understand your content. It builds trust, improves their experience, and helps you show up in new markets without changing your main site. So if you want to try Weglot and see how it works on your site, the link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.